Steve Kroft looked into how some members of Congress spend money donated to their political action committees for personal use. The author of a new book suggests it is one way Washington is run more like the mob. In a moment, we'll talk with Peter Schweitzer, who was interviewed in last night's report.
Over time, the leadership PACs that were created as a way for congressional leaders of both parties to raise money and distribute it to their members have evolved into something different. Today, nearly every congressman and senator has a leadership PAC, not just the leaders, and they're used to solicit contributions from friends and supporters in order to advance their political agendas, their careers, and in many cases, their lifestyle.
It's like a political slush fund.
That's exactly what it is. It's a political slush fund. Over time, we've had them. They've been outlawed. They spring back in new guises, and this is the latest guise.
Potter says they're essentially personal political expense accounts financed largely by lobbyists and special interest groups. Leadership PACs are now the second largest political revenue stream for members of Congress.
You can use them for babysitting, paying for babysitters. You can use them for paying for car service. You can use them for travel. Nobody's really checking to see whether this is personal or legitimate business expense.
Back in 2006, North Carolina Senator and presidential candidate John Edwards used his leadership PAC to pay his mistress, Rielle Hunter, $114,000 to make a campaign video. And Republican Congressman Andrew Crenshaw of Florida spent $32,000 hosting a tour of California wineries for a group of contributors from the defense industry, which he has some oversight of.
You know, look, they're not having leadership PAC meetings at the Hampton Inn down the road. They're going to the premier golfing and resorts in the United States and sometimes around the world. And that's ostensibly where they're doing this leadership PAC work.
For example, Democratic Congressman Robert Andrews of New Jersey used $16,000 from his leadership PAC, the Committee to Strengthen America, to fly his family to Scotland, ostensibly to attend the wedding of a friend that he was thinking about hiring as a political consultant.
Why he needed to meet him in Edinburgh, Scotland at a four-star resort, I think, is open to question. So they will categorize them as something related to the leadership PAC, but in reality, they're for personal use.